Hi everyone. This may be a second video on the same topic, I'm not sure, about this virus, the coronavirus. I was wondering where you guys live. Has anyone got it? I've been following it on the internet. There's a teacher, I want to say he's from Ireland, and he was in China, and he finally got on a plane to get to not Ireland, somewhere else, but they put him somewhere for quarantine. And then there's this older couple who are on the ship. I don't know if you read about it, heard it on the news or on the internet. And I don't know how long the cruise is. I haven't been on a cruise ever. But whatever, they had to stay extra 14 days in quarantine. And I heard them today. I was laying down, so I put on YouTube. They interviewed him, so I guess a lot more people were infected. And the people they were eating dinner with, well, now they're all isolated. They're in their thing. They're not allowed to come out to eat, but during the time they were having the fun on the cruise, they had ate with those people. So, I don't know, they have a really good attitude, but you can see they're a little worried, which they should be. It's only natural. So everyone was given their own thermometer now to take their temperature every 4 hours. So the 14 days after that they were supposed to leave the ship, it's a day later now, because today, or could today be yesterday or tomorrow. I don't know what time zone, where they're in or where the ship is. So it will be a day later. Of course, if today they found more people, then it'll be another day later. I don't understand. These people on this cruise ship, why aren't they removing them? Because obviously they're in their own quarters, but even going on a ship, I know a lot of people go on these, all-inclusive cruises, and a lot of them get that, I think it's called a norovirus, it's a stomach thing. I mean, they're just prone to getting sick anyhow. So I don't understand why they're keeping them there. I can understand, because where would they put them? But they can self-quarantine at home. I think that's what it's called. There's someone here in our county who's self-quarantined voluntarily, they say, which I think it should be mandatory. They came from China. So, and they came from that area. So in our area, there's no mandatory. But I'm sure these people would feel much better. And I don't know. Running a business, if that was my business, I would make sure that people got there. And I guess the problem, excuse me, is if there's no mandatory quarantine, maybe they're thinking they can't trust the people that they will quarantine themselves. So that's why I say there should be mandatory quarantine, because if they, got it and they go out somewhere, they'll just spread it, and then it will become a pandemic. But so these people obviously are worried, because they've been eating dinner with this, I think it was a man, they said, all the time, and he had no fever, but they do a throat swab, and it came back positive. So that's what they're talking about. This is very catchy. People don't show any symptoms, but they can be passing it. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I just think, on a cruise ship, they should just get off. Maybe they have to sign something that says they're going to self-quarantine. Because I'm sure, with the flu season, there's not room in hospitals. They're not going to build a hospital in 10 days like China did. But that too, when you look at that, they have people like in bunks right next to each other. And if it spreads so much, even though with a mask on and stuff, I don't know, I think they're just making it worse. So, I mean, I don't know how it is in China, but, if people just would stay home for the 14 days, it would seem better than stuffing them all together, because the rates of how many more people have it and how many people are dying from it doesn't make sense. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts on all that? It is kind of scary. I don't know. I'm trying not to worry. But, you never know. I mean, you could be somewhere and, a lot of people travel. That's the thing. They could be on a plane with someone, you gotta, what's it called? I haven't flown in forever. I don't like to fly. You have to transfer. That's not the word. What do? You go on a plane and then you gotta catch another plane, whatever it's called. So, if you stand next to someone who shows no sign, and then they were saying, I guess one of the people on the ship was a carrier. So people can be carriers. I don't know. I don't know. I just wonder what your thoughts are on that. So for now, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, share. Sharing is caring. Don't forget to pay it forward. It feels good in your heart, Polly's heart, and mine. So for now, bye everyone.